be to the Homer Glen candidates. Where are we going to get the money to develop Woodbine? With the state of the state being what it is with the grants, they put a freeze on all grants. Where are we going to get the money to develop that piece of property? That's to all the candidates for Homer Glen.
We don't know. That's why it's in limbo right now. First of all, the property has not been even engineered. We do have a flooding issue that's around Woodbine, not on Woodbine. So we have to figure out how we could draw the water from there, bring it on to Woodbine, maybe make some of the water holes a little bit bigger. But the problem is, we've asked for RFQs to get a company come in and engineer the property and tell us what we can do. Then from there, get a park planner in to tell us how we can build this park to accommodate the sports, accommodate the passive and active, whatever they want to do on the land. So until we find out what the engineering is going to be, because it's going to cost to engineer it, then it's going to cost to fix it, then we got to get a park planner to decide what we're going to do with the property, and we have to find out where we're going to get the money to do it. It's not a big, you just can't click your fingers, it's going to happen. It's something that's going to take a lot of time. I had some of the sports groups call me in the last few days, and they had said that they were told they're still 4 years, 2 to 4 years away from being able to use any of the property. So it's going to take some time, but in the meantime, we can look to see where we can get the money, because there too, I can't see borrowing money on a taxpayer's backs to put in any kind of, to do anything with the park right now, until we find out where we can get it without costing the residents any more money.
Okay, I'll answer this one. First of all, the park as it is. Okay, you look at any park district piece of property, you look at the Moose Lodge, you look at numbers of properties around the community. It's a park as it is. We have multiple funds. We do have money. We have multiple funds, as Trustee DeVivo could testify to that effect. The funds we will draw down on to get the professionals to draw conclusions. Well, first of all, to get the public involved. You know, that's the first project, is an RFQ to hire a firm that is going to do the whole process for us. The process begins with the public, okay? It's not really what the trustees want on this property. It's what does the public want for their first major park here in Homer Glen. We have monies in our budget to get this process rolling. The park is the park. It does not have to be totally developed. It can be developed in stages. But as far as use goes, all you have to do is take a section of the fence out, put hours posted just like they do on the Forest Preserve or on South Bell Road, and you've got a park right there. One thing I can promise you is going to be the first thing, is we need that property to solve some major drainage issues that are in Woodbine. They've been there. We've been putting Band-Aids on them for some time because of the fact that we just didn't have the property to do it properly. Now we have 106 acres. We can take care of this problem. That would be number one on the list. Number two is we get the public involved to find out what they'd like to see on that property. And number three is to use our money wisely as to what we can afford to do on the property and have a timetable as to how long it's going to take to have it done.
I'll make a quick comment though too. I agree with both. You know, I mean, basically you're saying the same thing I've been saying too. One of the things that I really do want to see is I want to see the property engineered. You have to find out where the water's coming from before you can fix the problem. So we have money to do that. That's MFT funds, it's capital improvement funds. We have the money to do that. So we can conceivably have the engineering done and fix the flooding problems first. Then when we get that planner in there to look at the property, he has to look at it based on what we've done with the water, where we've put it, where we've moved water, or where we've decided to add detention ponds. Then he looks at that and he says, all right, I've got this much land left. And you start to have the meetings with the residents and get their input. I've already talked to some residents. I would really love to expand the park committee, maybe create a subcommittee for just Woodbine Park. Have them come in, you know, and find out what you really want there. this is a long-term process. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. It's not something that's even gonna be developed overnight. It'll take years, but you do it in stages, you know, and you decide which ones are the most important for the community. It's their park, it's your park. This is, if, you decide what you want, you know, and we'll find the funds to get this done. We do have money, like I said, or like the mayor said, in the budget. Right now, we can get started on drainage, we can get started on fixing the flooding problems, and we can get started on the plan. So we have that. Thank you.